Okay, there we go. What just happened? You know, I know there's many live streams that have this really smooth intro. Maybe one day we'll have a really smooth intro.
Well, the graphics and everything for our intro, the graphics and the music, they're beautiful. They're smooth. They're like professional, sharp looking.
Mhm.
One day we'll get the buttons right and
Right. Mhm.
we'll yeah,
I feel that sometimes.
difficulty issues.
All right, so I think what our topic for today is going to be what do you do with a day off?
What's
I'm going to
that?
put that, hold on, I got to put that in quotation marks.
What's that?
With a day off.
Okay. I
So-
had a list, and part of my problem is I overschedule days off because I go, well, days off like this. Like we had a snow day today on the Northeast. So I'm like, all right, I would rather be grooming, but I got office work to do. I have other things to do. I'm going to be productive. I 100% had to do things like write soup and bake bread on my list so that I could trick my brain into being able to scratch stuff off, because my problem is I go, I need to do all of these things on my day off because I'm going to be productive. And if I do these, I may still have been productive, but I have now set myself up for failure. So today I was better, Mary. I did a
Okay.
more reasonable list, and I put things like soup and bread.
So did you actually make the bread?
F yeah. There are already pictures up in what is it, Gourmet Groomer to prove it.
She made enough soup you could bathe in it.
Well, you could bathe in it if there were enough liquid. I don't make soup. I make like stoop.
Mhm.
Make like stew, and there's just enough liquid to sort of maybe call it stew.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, that's how I like my soups too. I like them.
Yeah, I like them thick,
really
hearty.
thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really like hearty and healthy and packed full of like protein and yumminess, and it's very good. It's very good. And fresh baked homemade bread.
Which looked lovely.
Thank you.
All right,
You
so
poured it out and put the stoop in there.
Uh-huh.
Did you?
What was that?
Please tell me you poured that out and put the stoop in the bread.
No, I didn't. Because it was long bread. It wasn't like I
So you
thought
put a long
about
bowl.
that.
It was like a bread
It
bowl.
wasn't a boule.
I thought about making a boule.
Mhm.
Just make a long bowl.
Like a
Yeah.
And it's leaking out the bottom. It's not that kind of bread, Angie.
Workable. Workable, I'm telling you.
It's good.
okay.
Good. Oh, wait, Mary, I have to
Yes.
do something else to help my list. I'm bad at doing things like writing thank you notes. So I was responsible for sending emails or doing thank you notes for the sponsors and some of the people who sent gifts for the raffle for the door prizes for the groomers ball.
Mhm.
So now I can check 4 off my list. And guys, thank you very much. We had a gift certificate from Positive Ed. We had things from Michelle from All Things Pause for both the goodie bags and for the raffles. We had a gift certificate from Denise, and we not only had the rabbit book there, but we had Angie attending to sign it
Can't
for the
hate that.
winner. So, guys, thank you so much in public. You are amazing. And I personally think the raffles were a big draw. So,
Oh, good.
everything just helped and contributed to making the evening absolutely lovely. And now I get to go check.
Oh, I'm gonna need a handwritten note.
Right?
I will. You know what? I'm going to see you in a couple of days, so I will hand you a bar napkin.
On a bar napkin, absolutely.
You know what? I got you. Just remind me, and I'll be like, oh shit, I got it right here.
So we'll put out of the pocket. It's like already been used.
See that lipstick on it.
Smudge on it. Yeah. Just flip it over. It's fine.
It's fine. I'll frame it and put it on the wall back here.
Smudge and all.
Mhm.
Okay, so Chris, then if Michelle is getting a handwritten thank you note,
Of course,
Just
you
a
can get a
sigh of
handwritten thank you
exasperation.
note, Mary.
okay.
When you're going to get it?
Right. 20 years from now.
I
That's
will.
okay. I'll see her at the trade show. I will sit her
Yes.
down and I will just stare at her until I get my handwritten note.
No,
Absolutely.
you're
On
going
a
to
bar
have to
napkin.
remind me because I won't remember at that point why you're staring at me.
You
I
might
can
have
see
to write
that.
to the
You just be
list.
like,
Right.
why is she staring
Is it
at me?
gone? Is it gone, Mary? What?
Okay, so Angie, you had a day off too?
I did. It was
Look at
very
you
productive.
guys. What
I was-
what do you get hit with? How much snow?
It wasn't too bad.
Oh,
They
okay.
were expecting a foot, and we got like half.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
No.
But so yeah, it was a really nice day. Play with the dogs. I got another few chapters of my book written. House clean, fish tanks clean. So yeah, it was very productive day.
Okay, so since Angie mentioned it, Angie's writing another book.
Mhm.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the book?
Nope.
Ah.
Nice.
Now this is a fiction book, so it's what they call a paracozy, and so it's like a little mystery, and you'll just have to wait and find out.
Ooh, I love that.
Right?
It's a mystery, Mary. You can't know what happened yet.
It's
Mhm.
Always kind of
Cozy.
happening pretty quick. I've had it in the back of my mind for some time, and I haven't had the onus to put it on paper. And so I had written out like the chapter outlines and all this sort of stuff, and for like 30 chapters. I got to chapter 3. At this point, had completely ignored the outline. The book was going in an entirely different direction. So I'm 6 chapters in, and so the person who was the killer is completely changed.
Ooh, so now we know there's a killer.
Ooh.
It's a murder mystery, and so yeah, and it just kind of I've written 6 chapters in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
All right, so you do need a proofreader, right?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Intent.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all just kind of. I mean, I sit down, and a few hours later, it's like 12 pages.
Well, you
That's
know what?
good when it comes out like that.
Mhm.
You know, when you're on the right track, that's what happens. All right.
Mhm.
So I also have a fiction book, and I literally came up with how it starts like the other day. Okay. And just as a teaser, so far everybody that's here on this live stream is actually going to be a character in the book. And I'm not even going to change their names. Michelle will be Michelle.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Right?
Angie's going to be Angie. Now, anyone who I don't get permission to put them in as a character are probably still going to go in as a character, but I'm going to change their name.
Well, Mary,
Yes.
did we just open ourselves up to a lawsuit? Is that what we
No.
just did?
Because you can't prove it's actually them.
That's right. Because
Right.
you said probably.
Probably.
Definitely.
Okay. So okay. I want to get as many people, but there are some people who, when I tell them the role, they're going to be like, "Oh no, you're not doing that." Okay. So I'll put that little thing in there, like do on nonfiction books that, this is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to people living dead is purely coincidental.
Except for Michelle, Angie, Chris.
Right? Except for these people.
Completely, only kind of sort of fiction.
Yeah. Except for Michelle, Angie, and Chris. And don't worry, they're taking it up with Mary personally. Like,
And have no issue. Just go for it.
Mhm,
Just
mhm.
go for it. Okay, we got Facebook user. What about me? Who is that?
Ashley.
is
That's
that
what
I was
I
going to
Actually,
say?
you would like to be a character in the book, so I will send you a PM. I will give you your choice, okay, of what type of character, and then that's all the input you get. So think about that if you want.
And then
me to
she
put
just
you-
runs rampant with your name.
Yeah. Yes. And by the way, I am both, right?
No. So there is, okay, without giving away the book, okay, you can be one of two things, but one of the things is actually two things. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you can't be one of the things without the other, because the whole thing is you're showing
Mhm.
both of them.
Mm.
Gotcha. Wow, that was as obscure as I get. And y'all are gonna have to wait for the book.
I can vague post with the best of them.
Mhm. And at least I want somewhere in there that I'm just wiping beads of sweat off me and going, stat! I need that.
Okay.
All right. I just want to be well armed. Stocked up.
So, Mary, if they were that you were not even getting that far, Jamie.
That would 100% give everything away.
Just saying. Okay. All right. So moving it along. So my snow day, which I had no snow. Okay. No snow out here. It's wonderful. I'm looking at all the pictures back east, back home, of all the people with snow, and I'm thinking, "Oh, that's so gross." I am so glad here. Okay. No, you getting nothing, Jamie. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I have two pugs that are just they're going out on the covered porch and going, yeah, I'm just gonna
No.
be here.
Mhm.
Well, see,
Yeah,
Kayla, that's the best kind of snow. You're expecting a foot and you get a dusting.
Right.
Mhm.
I can do that. Dust all you want.
Right.
Well, Kayla says she wanted to have her puppy to have her first real snow.
Yeah.
See, I can have my puppy have her first real snow, and it can be about an inch because she's
Right.
pug, and it's already touching her little itty bitty girly parts when she goes to pee, and she is not impressed. She's just like, "This is not good."
Right.
I can pee on the porch. That's that.
Jamie says she needs wings. I'm not
Yeah.
sure
No.
how I'm
Nope.
going to work. wings into this.
Yeah, no, Jamie, no.
No,
Listen,
no, it's
no.
not.
It's
Not.
doable. It's doable.
Well,
Dollar
actually,
store fairy wings.
what was that?
Dollar store fairy wings.
Well,
She
they
just-
will
Well-
unfortunately be.
She finds them
Oh,
and puts them on.
Mary, that would
That would
actually
be
be kinda
hilarious.
funny.
Oh my
Right?
god.
Dollar store fairy wings. Be freaking awesome.
Okay, Jamie.
And maybe terrifying.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Ooh.
Great, man. I'm telling you.
No,
Dollar store
man.
fairy wings. Just
All right, so actually, I'm gonna need to write that
see.
down.
write
Now
that
get
down.
right
Right?
now.
No, Jamie, you actually don't have a choice in your character because there's only one way that works.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I came on here and I was like, "Oh yeah, what did you do on your day off?" I'm like, "Day off? What?
Right?
What?
I
What do you speak of? What is this day off that you speak of? What is it?"
Right? No snow day here. We had
Mm-mm.
nothing. Just saying. It started snowing a little bit earlier. That's it.
It didn't even snow a little
And
bit
I
here in
even-
central Arizona.
And Jamie, I even have an idea of how you would be coming to wearing them.
Oh, I love it.
So Jamie says she already has some. She's worn them, but not like in public or anything. Okay. So here's what you got to do. I'll tell you, you have never lived. All right. Put those suckers on when you're at your salon and go walk a dog. Angie and I did it. And it was because it was the fairy tale theme.
Right.
So we had like the flower crowns on and the wings. And mind you, we're on a four-way intersection. And cars are stopped at the light. They're just like, what the what? It was so much fun. You
Mhm.
have not lived until you do that. I'm telling you, it will. You'll laugh so hard you'll end up almost peeing yourself. It's the best.
Well, I will actually have availability to do that soon because my baby grandbaby's 1 year birthday is coming up,
Mm.
and she's doing a fairy theme for the party. So
Mhm.
she's going to have fairy wings. Baby girl's going to have fairy wings.
Oh.
She asked if I would be fairy godmother
Mm.
Yeah.
and and like
You want?
sprinkle fairy dust, like makeup glitter on people with a brush. And I was like, you have to ask? What? Of course.
Do you need a wand? I'll mail this to you.
I might need a wand. I don't have a wand.
That's a fancy wand.
That's a very fancy
Mhm.
wand.
Amy gave me this, but I will let you borrow it.
Okay. I will. It's in March, so I'll save it for you and give it back to you in Enneagram then. Or mail it, Mary, because me getting
Yeah,
to the
baby, give
post
me back to
office.
me in Enneagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll mail this to you.
Thank you, Angie.
Oh, it lights up and it's very
Mhm, mhm. It's very pretty.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Denise, you did not have a day off either, right?
Nope. No day off.
Okay, so I did not have a day off either. However, I was a bit of a slug today. Meaning I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I didn't.
I was like that yesterday. I said I'm going to do very minimal in the morning, and I am sitting my booty on the couch, and I am just binge watching Bar Rescue, I think is what I binge watched. And there you go. I had that day yesterday too.
Okay. And before we go into animal facts, because we're coming up on our half hour, I just want to remind everyone that A Spirited Life, The Life and Times of Spirit Oquendo, is available. All right. And if you're going to order the book, I prefer if you order it from my website because that'll come directly from the publisher. And I do not have to give most of the money to Amazon. The only
I got my copy. I can't get mine signed unless I mail it to you.
or bring it to Colorado.
Yeah, but that's July.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's a long way away.
But you have the book. You can read. I mean, you had read it, but it's just the
No,
signing.
no.
bit.
Actually, you guys got one of the last edits, but you did not get the last edits.
Oh,
Ooh. Yes, I
Mary,
will
you
have.
are going to have signed copies there, right?
Oh, at the Northwest show, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In fact, I have a booth at the Northwest at the Tacoma show. I'm sharing it with River Lee, the Savvy Groomer. So I will have books there. I will bring some books
get it.
to Atlanta Pet Fair as well. Not a lot because A, I don't have a booth, and B, books are heavy to put in a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe I can mail the book to Amy and have her bring it to Atlanta. That could work.
Angie's plotting.
Patience is not my virtue. Not when it comes to things like this. It's like, no, then that means it's just on the to-do list from now until July, and that's a
All
really
right.
long
The book
time.
is $29.99 if you order it. Okay. However, if you buy it from me directly at a trade show, it's going to be $30 because I'm not giving you a penny in trade. Okay. So, but then you're saving shipping costs. So, unless you do a credit card and then, you know what, then there's sales tax. So cash is better. But anyway, I digress. The book, you can order the book. You can order the books on my website, was positiveed.com on the books tab. Also, sometime tomorrow, the ebook, the Kindle will go live.
Oh, very cool.
Okay.
But you can't get a Kindle signed.
You can't get
True
a Kindle
story.
signed.
You can get a cover for your Kindle
Mhm.
and have her sign that.
Yeah, but
I know it's not
It's
the
not the
same.
same.
it's not the same.
Okay, so let's do our weird animal fact. Let me get that up.
This is a good one. This is one of my favorites.
Ooh.
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
Okay, so grizzly bears' teeth are exceptionally thick and large. We know that, right? They're huge. But it's the bite force that's way more terrifying. Their bite force is actually 1,160 pounds per square inch. It's enough to crush a bowling
Angie's
ball.
Weekly Weird Fact.
Okay,
So,
hold on.
an actual bowling ball, their bite force is enough to smash it into bits.
So
Now,
how
is-
does that compare to a crocodile?
Crocodile couldn't, theirs is like half.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And if you hold their mouth open, they can't close it. They only have bite down force.
that
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
So, but a grizzly bear, don't mess with a grizzly bear.
I'd still hug a polar bear.
Polar
I would.
bears,
I'd die, but I would get in my hugs as he's mauling me.
you wouldn't see.
Well, there was a bunch of guys that had gone out to study the polar bears, and they were in a truck.
Mhm.
And one of the guys was in the back, and he's doing the videotape because they're doing a documentary and all this sort of stuff.
Mhm.
So he's in a cage, and the cage is bolted to the truck.
Mhm.
The polar bear ripped the cage and the back of the truck off, ripped the cage open while the guy was literally escaping through the door.
Mhm. Mhm.
Is he got his leg scratched up, but the other guys are like grabbing him and yanking him in, and they're driving, and they're going like 60 miles an hour, like a bat out of. And so the guy's like barely in. He's got the camera out the window because he's a cameraman, and
So he's
cameramen-
holding
That's
on.
what they do. He's
Yep.
very focused.
like, yeah, I almost died. It could got eaten, but camera. So he's filming this, and the polar bear is actually almost catching them. They're going 60.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so he keeps pulling it in and looking over, and it's like, okay, back out. It took them like 5 miles to lose this polar bear.
Aren't they
before he was
awesome?
like, nah, never mind.
Don't you want to hug one? They're very,
No,
they're very cuddly.
I'm a big fan of all my parts being attached because I've had them not be attached, and I have to say, 10 out of 10 do not
Don't
recommend.
I've literally argued with my husband for like 2 days straight over this. Like I'm very serious. Number one, I would never be caught anywhere near snow. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. But if one escaped from the zoo and I saw it, I would hug it. I would do it. What a way to go! Mortality is a gift. Come on,
Well,
people, get on board.
The problem
Is
is
that polar bears do not kill and then eat their prey. They just eat their prey.
Longer to hug it.
No.
Yeah, but you know, those same polar bears that are all deadly and eat us and whatever, sometimes in the Iditarod season, they come and play with the dogs. They're delightful. See?
Yes. That is
They have compassion and fun-loving natures. See?
I would just like to say for the record that you're talking to someone whose friends held her legs so she could hang over and pet a shark.
facts.
And
Because
we have
I wouldn't pet a
video,
shark. I wouldn't pet a
have
shark.
video to prove it.
And there's video now. Was this a baby shark in a petting tank? Also, yes.
It's still sharp, man.
If it makes you feel better out there
Right?
in Groomer Town Hall land, yeah, I would bet I would hug a baby. But I would also hug the mama. I really would. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, now, and I look. You're talking to someone who's semi-officially taken bear into her name. I would leave polar bears the f alone.
No, I love them.
Except maybe if it was a cub, if it was a baby.
Oh, definitely.
Babies are cute.
They'll rip your throat out too, though. Just
I
just
know,
no,
I know, but that also
they're really
has-
strong.
Heaven help me.
Yeah.
No, so-
I
so-
wonder
so
why
no,
I get
you-
nervous when we go
Mama
out. and
polar
trade
bear would do what the orcas do when they're training their babies to go after seals. Okay,
Mhm.
they just like injure you a little bit and then flop you up for the babies to get. And if you get away
Yeah.
from the baby, they come and they flop you back up without really hurting you too badly. All right? So you'd be a training tool.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All for the name
Yeah,
of science. There you go.
Oh, not even science. Just I want to hug one. I just want to hug them. That's all.
See, here's what cemented my beliefs on polar bears. I was watching a special on all bears.
Mm.
And it was, the black bear, which is they have around where I live. They're like, okay, this is how you get rid of the black bear, and you look all big and you yell and you're like, hey, bear, and the bear's like, ooh, okay, and f's off. And the grizzly bear, the brown bear, you just stand there, like, don't charge it, don't just stand, look big, and leave me alone. And then they're filming the polar bears, and the other bears they got pretty close to, and the polar bears they have like this lens on, and they're all the way, and they're like, okay,
Listen, just so that you know, all right,
Have-
grizzly
the
bears in this area.
changes, we are going to need to move.
If they look at you.
If the wind
Look in
changes,
our
they catch our
direction.
scent.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. If they look at you, it's probably too late.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just so that you know, in this area-ish, somewhere in this area-ish, 2 people were mauled by a grizzly bear, and they had bear spray, which obviously did nothing for the grizzly bears.
It seasoned them.
And then I just saw a video recently of somebody picnicking at Jellystone Park. You know what I'm talking about. They're all sitting around their camp table, right? A bear comes wandering in. They start feeding it, and they think it's funny that it's sitting next to them on the bench, and they're hand feeding it peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. See, I know that that's just suicide to go up and hug a polar bear. These people were actually thinking they were safe. They were buttering bread with peanut butter, folding up for sandwiches and hand feeding this bear. A full-grown black bear. It's like, what are you doing?
Okay, so on this note, we're going to end up, okay?
Because we could talk about bears for another
Because
20
we
minutes.
could be here for a long time, and Chris and I actually have to record a podcast after this.
Great.
So-
Googly moogly.
We will see everybody next week.
Good night, guys.